Hi, this is Brian here again with the Technology Tinker, and today I'm actually going to look at the starter kit that I initially got to work with Arduino and everything. It's the WeiKedz starter kit. I'll have the actual kit link down below on Amazon. It's WeiKedz or WeiKedz Uno R3 Project Complete Starter Kit with Lesson CD. It does come with an Uno. Also comes with a prototyping shield, which is nice. I actually haven't used it yet, but it's nice that it's there. Most of this kit worked out pretty well. This is the box it comes in. This is the little paper that's on the top of it, and it has all the different pieces. So, I mean, you do get an Uno. You get a breadboard power supply. Let's see, what else is this? They call it an expansion board, but it's basically just a prototyping board. It's interesting that they use through-hole resistors there. You get a little LED matrix. It's got a PIR sensor. My PIR sensor from this kit actually didn't work. It's got a little IR receiver, DHT11 temperature sensor. It's got an ultrasonic sensor, a thumb joystick, kind of like what you'd use on a PlayStation or a Xbox, with the little push switch. It's got a bunch of different stuff. I mean, we've got it's got an H bridge. It's got 7-segment displays. Capacitors, both electrolytic and ceramic. It's got several different resistors. It's got some diodes, transistors, both NPN. Well, actually, it only comes with NPN transistors. But it's got some photoresistors. It's got a couple of 10K pots. It's got a rotary potentiometer. It's got a motor driver board to go with the stepper motor that it includes. It also has a DC toy motor and a little 180-degree servo motor. I like this one because it does have the RFID kit with it. So, I mean, it actually comes with, let me see if I can find it in my drawer here. Yeah, there it is. Wait, nope, that's a LCD monitor. Huh. What'd I do with it? PIRs. Must be in the next drawer. Ah, yeah, there it is. It's actually got the board there for the RFID, and it's got like the little key fob and as well as a key card, and it works flawlessly. I played around with it a little bit. It works great. I haven't decided what project I'm going to use it in yet, but I'm excited to actually try it. It's actually a really cool little board. Let's see, what else does this thing have? It's got jumper wires. It's got a few diffused LEDs, red, green, blue, yellow, and it's got a couple of white LEDs as well. But it's also got a common cathode RGB LED, one RGB LED. Let's see, it's got a couple of buzzers, both active and passive. A moisture sensor, sound sensor, a fan blade to stick on the DC motor. It does have an LCD screen that's already hooked up to a board, so it's a little bit easier to use than 7-segment displays. It comes with a little 9-volt battery. It calls it battery holder. I call them battery hats. You just snap it on the top. It's got a little 9-volt power supply for the breadboard power supply, and it comes in this case. Once you take it out of this case, it's not going to be useful for holding all that stuff anymore. All that stuff fit in a smaller tackle box, which you may remember from an earlier video. This is actually the box it came in. I use it just for holding breadboard wire. That's all I use it for now. Let's see, what else have we got here? Has a little remote that goes with the IR sensor. It's not a bad kit. The problem comes in when you go to the CD and you actually want documentation on this stuff. It's crap. A lot of it is written in another language. It's not labeled very well, and a lot of it is actually essentially copied and pasted from Arduino.cc. Those parts are actually the best parts because they make sense, you can read them. The code doesn't have anything weird in it that's going to break it. Other parts of it, the code just doesn't even work. You can hook it up exactly the way they tell you to, and the code doesn't work. What I found is the best way to go with this is I use the CD for reference because sometimes it'll have the data sheets on there. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of hit and miss. But I use it for that, and then otherwise I just look up the part somewhere else if I need to. I'll get drivers from Arduino.cc or Adafruit or somewhere like that, and that's what I'll use. As far as learning goes, the CD that comes with it is worthless. But it gives you a lot of the stuff that you need to go on to like Arduino.cc and actually work through some of their tutorials and get a good idea of what you're doing. It's not the best thing in the world, but it does work. And it does include a lot of sensors and parts that if you bought them separately, you would end up with like 5 and 6 of each one, and you'd end up spending 10 times what you did for this kit. So, I mean, yeah, it's not the perfect thing. It's got a few pieces I didn't mention in here, like it's got a little membrane keypad and DuPont jumper wires, little tacked buttons. Actually, I think that's the only things that I didn't mention. But yeah, it's a cheap kit. Thermistor. It's a cheap kit. It's good for what it is. Don't try to think that this is a complete course in learning Arduino or actually breaking into the microcontroller world. It's a good start, but you're actually going to have to get your instructions elsewhere. Also, the breadboard that came with mine was crappy. It'll work, but it's not consistent. So, I mean, for what I paid for it, I mean, I think I paid $30 for the entire thing. Yeah, it's like 52 now. So, I mean, I got it on sale over Christmas, but or Black Friday or something. But yeah, for that price, it was a great buy. I mean, the breadboard was crap and the PR sensor didn't work worth a toot. I bought a 5-pack of those and they work great. So, yeah, with just those 2 bum parts, it was definitely worth what I paid. For $60, it's still not bad. You do get a lot of the basic things that you need without getting it in huge bulk, which is a big problem for buying this stuff individually. And some of the stuff's hard to come across, like just a single 7-segment display, or just a 4 7-segment display with 4 digits. I mean, that's not super easy to come across. Other things, I mean, potentiometers, those are, you know, a dime a dozen. Not quite literally, but pretty close. The little tact switches, I actually just went through and bought another 100 of those. But yeah, it's a very simple, easy to use kit. I recommend it, especially if you can get it on sale. There's dozens of others. Elegoo makes one. I know Sunfounder. There's dozens of other manufacturers that they do Arduino development kits and learning kits. They have them with Unos, they have them with Megas, they have them with all sorts of different stuff. Just get whichever one you want and that you can afford. Most of them are going to have that same problem where the CD that comes with it is crap. Don't worry about it. There's plenty of other places where you can learn. The big thing is getting the basic parts that you need. If you are not already into electronics and you want to be, this is a great place to start. So that's pretty much it for the WeiKedz Kit. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the button, or if you like the video, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, dislike it. And as always, we'll go ahead and link the kit in the description below so you don't have any questions about what it was I was talking about. You can go straight to it on Amazon. Alright, and again, this is Brian with Technology Tinker, and thank you.